Hi guys, welcome to the Resinator. Today I'm going to do some UV resin pendants and I'm going to try the bubble technique. I've never done it before, so it could be an absolute disaster, but I'm going to give it a go because I think the technique looks pretty cool. And then I'm going to try a bit of nail powder or possibly a bit of mica powder to give them a bit of colour. So the first thing I need to do is to put a layer of resin in these cavities. I'm going to do these 3, I think. So I'm just going to pop it in. These cavities are quite deep, so initially I think I'm going to have to put a fair bit in because they're quite rounded in the middle as well, so the resin tends to fill up the middle bit first, so you have to put quite a lot in to get an even layer. That said, they're really nicely shaped pendants. This is quite thick UV resin, so it's going to take a little while to fill them up. So I'll do them off camera and then I'll come back to you when it's time to add my bubbles. So I've added my layer of UV resin. I haven't worried too much about bubbles because I'm going to be adding bubbles, so it seems a bit ridiculous to remove bubbles when I'm going to be working so hard to put bubbles into it. So any that were like really obvious and sitting right in the bottom, towards the bottom of the mould, I've worked them out. It takes a little bit of work to get the bubbles out of this resin. It's the Vida Rosa UV clear, but it's low viscosity, so it's pretty thick, so the bubbles don't like to rise to the surface themselves. So it's time to add some bubbles. So what I've done is I've put a bit of water in a cup with some normal washing up liquid, dish soap, and I'll give it a swish around and I'm going to blow some bubbles in it. Actually, that's actually making some pretty good bubbles as it is, and I wanted quite small bubbles. Let's give it a little blow, just so I can say have a go blowing bubbles. Actually, it's given me some quite big bubbles, but I like this foamy stuff as well, so maybe I could do both. Okay, let's give that a go. So I'm going to use, oh, it's quite difficult to get them out without them bursting. So let's just put them on the surface. I think you need to get quite a big scoop of them actually. And then let's add some more. There we go. I probably could do with some more dish soap in there because the bubbles are really not staying. Oh, that's better. They're not staying together, they're bursting as soon as I touch them. Maybe the smaller bubbles are better because the smaller structures mean they don't burst as much. Let's see if I can get a little bit in that corner there. I'm not going to lie, it is fun blowing bubbles. So I'm going to do the rest of these off camera and then I will come back to you and show you the next stage. So as you can see, I've covered all 3 of these with bubbles. Let's move my washing up liquid solution out of the way so I don't have an accident. And the next thing I'm going to do with these is I'm going to give them a cure. And I'm going to use the 150-second setting, I think. While this is curing, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos and subscribing and liking. If you're enjoying what I'm doing here, don't forget to subscribe and boot the like button. I absolutely love doing this. It's so much fun, and the comments that you guys give me make it even more fun. There's been some really lovely engagement on some of my videos lately, and I'm really grateful to all of you. Thank you. I don't know if you can see that, but the bubbles are bursting. It looks really cool. Yeah, so just thank you everybody. All the links to everything that I use will be in the description of the video down below. Feel free to have a look at what I use. If you like what I'm doing and want to help my channel grow, it really helped me out. If you hit the like button, I'm going to move that over a little bit, I think. Make sure they all get it. It's probably going to take a little bit longer than 150, to be honest. I'm going to turn it round as well, I think, and do it from the other way. And then I will probably cure it from the bottom as well before I add any mica powder or anything to it, just so I know that the underside is done, because it's quite thick. So yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, thanks everybody. Thank you for the coffees that you're buying me. You know, that's a big help. It helps me grow the channel. It helps me carry on doing what I'm doing. All the orders on my Etsy store. I'm having a blast doing this, so thank you. So I'll be back after I finish curing. These are cured now, and I did cure them from the underside as well. They look awesome as they are, but I think they'll look even better with some colour. I'm going to bring them up a little bit higher. Not sure if you can see, I hope you can. So the next stage is to add some colour. Now you need to make sure that there's no liquid, no water left anywhere in these. So I've just gone round, most of mine had evaporated, but I've just gone round and blotted just to make sure there's no water left. And now we're going to colour them in with some powders and micro powders. So I'm going to use some nail powder first of all, because I haven't used any nail powder on anything in ages, and this one just looks awesome. So I'm just going to dust it in there. This is like a nice dark holographic colour. I think I might do a couple of different colours actually. Just pop it in there, make sure it goes in your nooks and crannies. Although you don't have to make sure it goes in your nooks and crannies, you'll probably get a different effect. I've got a nice mix, I think, of small bubbles and larger bubbles. But I suppose if you wanted like a really small bubble effect, you could sort of try and pick out the different size, the size that you want of the bubbles, but it's difficult. Oh, I really do like this colour. This is awesome. How much is too much? That's the question. Make sure that I'm in the corners. I do like that. I've got some mica powder as well. I've got a bronze colour I might try. So let's try the bronze on this one. Oh, that's nice. Instantly mica powder goes in better because it's finer, I think. But I might go in with another colour as well. Oh, I'm trying to put my nail powder on my mica powder. That's not going to work. I've got a nice deep green here. Let's try a bit of that in with this bronze. Just a little bit. Just dab it in. I might have put too much in actually. And then what shall I do with the circle one? I've got some iridescent blue, iridescent purple and iridescent gold. So I wonder what those will come out like. So let's give them a go. They might not even show up, but let's have a go. They're mica powders, so they should stick really well. Oh, I like that. I'm not sure if you can see that colour shift on that, but that's really cool. This is the iridescent blue. I didn't think it would show up that much actually. Let's go in with a bit of the others. Let's try the iridescent purple. And maybe a tiny bit of the gold. I don't think the gold's going to show up too well, to be honest, with the blue and the purple already in there. I think that's enough. So now really we could do with knocking out the excess. I might just blow it and hope for the best. Actually, that's better because it takes it away quicker. Okay, so next stage is to cover that with another layer of resin, and I'm actually going to do these one at a time now. I'm not going to do them all together, and I may have to do it in thinner layers, but we're going to give it a go. Got to make sure you get behind the little bit that makes the hole. And then I'm just going to move that around a little bit with my micro brush. Could do with getting some right to the edge a bit there. This bottle's getting low. Good job I got another one. Got to make sure all the holes where the bubbles are filled. And at this stage I really don't mind bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to give that a cure and then probably do another layer, and then I will do the same with the other two, and I'll come back when it's time to demold. These are all cured up now, so what I've done with them is I've just done a couple of layers of UV over the top just to seal in the colour, to dome them a little bit. They may need another going over to dome them, but I just really want to demold them at this point. So let's do it. I'm going to go with the round one. This is the one that I did with the iridescent colours of mica powder. Let's pop that out. Oh wow, I really love that effect. That's so cool. That's really, really cool. There's a little bit that needs trimming off. I might just sand that around. But that's lovely. I'm going to stand up to see if I can catch the colour shift on the camera, and if you can see the bubble effect. That would look even better with black on the back. So I mean, I could even go in and put a black layer of resin. That's awesome. I don't know whether you can see it on the black mat actually. Let's go with the gold one. No, not gold, sorry, it's bronze. So that looks really cool on that side. That actually looks great on both sides. There's a little bit of rundown on the side there, but you can't really see it. But that bubble effect is gorgeous. I probably wouldn't put a darker colour on that, to be honest. I actually like that exactly how it is. That is awesome. This effect's so cool. It's really, really cool. I'm definitely going to do more of these. This is the one I'm interested to see. This is the nail powder, and I actually really loved this effect. Oh, I've got lots of run through there. It's a shame actually, because that would have been epic. But it's got like a grainy pattern on it. I mean, I might try and salvage that by putting another top coat on it, but we'll see how it goes. I might give it a go later. I won't put a bail in that yet, just in case. So let's move my mould out the way. So I'm just going to show you with this one what I'm going to do with these. Now, the bales that I've got are silver, so they're probably not going to look great with this one because it's bronze, and actually that is a bit small, so let's go with the big one. So these pinch bales just came from Amazon, and you just you open them up, they come like this, and then you just line them up and then give them a squeeze. You can pop a little bit of glue in there if you want, but they actually seal really tight. And there you've got a pendant. But like I say, the silver doesn't really go with this bronze. I might try it with an actual silver, a silver mica powder, but I love that. I think out of all of them, that's my favourite. This would have been my favourite, but I am going to see if I can salvage that. But I love this. Definitely going to give these a go. I might do them in more shallow moulds, because these have bowed a little bit where where I've layered the resin. I needed to do it really in sort of thinner layers, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm gonna give them another go. But I absolutely love these. They're just, that's a beautiful effect. Absolutely lovely. I love this one. I might stick a bail in that one actually, and I think a silver bail will look all right in that. I do need to give it a trim, but I just want to see the effect. I need to get my jewellery pliers out and give them a really good squeeze in. But yeah, I mean, that silver looks okay on there. And they're pretty good double-sided as well, both of them. Because I haven't backed them with a darker colour, you can see the bubble effect on both sides, which I really like. So there we go. I will see what I can do with this one. If it comes out all right, you'll see it in the end photo. If not, you won't. So there you go. So thanks everybody. If you like what I'm doing, drop me a like and a subscribe. Feel free to buy me a coffee. It always helps me out. It helps me be able to continue this channel. Links to everything that I use are in the description, like I said earlier, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.